Hi, everybody. We're grateful to have with us today Doug Kenshol of South Suburban Pads. Hi, Doug. Welcome.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Sure. Well, we're honored to be able to present your organization as our not-for-profit hero of the month. And Doug, we're hoping that you can tell us a little bit about South Suburban Pads and its history.
Sure. For those who don't know me, my name is Doug Kenshol. I've been the executive director for South Suburban Pads for the past 5 years. But prior to that, I'd been a volunteer for many, many years. And, I've really been fortunate my whole career to serve in the nonprofit world, starting from Peace Corps experience 30 years ago in Ghana, West Africa. But pleasure to be with you today. South Suburban Pads is 30 years old now. For the past 30 years, we've been serving people who have been homeless in South Suburban Cook County and portions of neighboring Will County. And over those 30 years, we've helped over 19,000 people to overcome homelessness through emergency shelter, meals, and affordable housing. When I speak to people in Chicago, they don't think there's any homelessness outside of Chicago. They see people on Lower Wacker Drive. They see them in the tent cities up in Rogers Park. But they don't see people out here. But thousands of people are homeless. They're sleeping in their cars in the Home Depot parking lot. They're sleeping in tents in the Forest Preserve, and lots of people are doubled up with family and friends. But homelessness is a big challenge in the South Suburbs, and we're proud to have been doing our part over the past 30 years to address it.
That's fantastic. So if somebody's listening today and they're having an issue with potential homelessness, or they're already homeless and they're just looking for a place to kind of reach out and get started, what do they do? Or if you have friends and family that you know that might be affected by this.
Yeah, we direct everyone to our website, and there's directions there for how to apply for services. But I can also give you the main phone number. So anyone who's seeking services can call 708-332-7700. That's 708-332-7700, and a case manager will connect with you, assess the need, and try to connect you to any services that you might be eligible for.
I think that people sometimes though feel paralyzed. So you say go to the web or dial the number, and they're timid or they're afraid to take that first step, or maybe friends and family want to help them, but they don't know what it's going to look like on the other side when they place that call or go on the web. Can you tell a little bit about what somebody's going to experience and what information they need to share to get some help?
Sure. Well, we prioritize services for those who have the greatest need. And so we'll first try and assess what someone's situation is. And if we're able to, we'll try and help them avoid homelessness. We'll try and help them remain where they are and provide some support so that they don't become homeless. But if someone is actually homeless and they have no other options, then we'll bring them into emergency shelter. And for the duration of the pandemic, the emergency shelter has been provided in local hotel rooms. And so we provide shared hotel rooms, so 2 single adults or a family in a hotel room. And we've done that for the entire duration of the pandemic to help keep people safe. We closed the congregate shelters. We just didn't feel like we could have 50 people sleeping in a church basement and for that to be safe during the time of COVID. So instead, we're providing hotel rooms.
And then you also, as I understand your services, give some kind of help to move forward, meaning, yes, you have to deal with that emergency shelter and deal with today, but we also have to look kind of into the future for tomorrow to come up with a plan to kind of get regrouped for somebody. Can you tell us how that works?
Yeah, emergency shelter is really just the beginning. Really, our goal is to provide a pathway home. We want shelter to be of short duration. We want to help people as quickly as possible resolve their situation and move back into an affordable apartment. And so for hundreds of people, they really just need shelter for a few weeks, and then they resolve the situation themselves. They get their next paycheck. their family gets a check to them, or something happens to change their circumstances, and they're able to get back into an apartment. And many people are able to resolve their situation by themselves. But for those who need a little more help, we have some rapid rehousing programs where we can pay the rent for 3 months or possibly 6 months to help get them started, get them back on their feet, back into an apartment. And then they're able to transition and take over that lease on their own and pay the rent going forward after they get stabilized. And then for a smaller category of people who have significant disabilities, who face real serious challenges to earning an income and providing for themselves, we have a limited supply of permanent supportive housing where we can provide housing plus services for as long as they need.
Boy, the services really then reach a broad gamut of people, that can come in and get help. So you might be listening today and you don't have friends or family that need this, and you don't need it yourself, but you say, look, I understand the pandemic's been hard on all of us, and I want to give back now. I want to, serve somebody, get back in the community and help in some way. It's my understanding, Doug, that there's a lot of opportunity for people to be able to give back. Can you explain some of that for us?
Yeah, there sure are. The pandemic has really been hard on a lot of people, as you said. In a normal year, we might serve 100 people a night in emergency shelter, and of those 100, maybe 10 would be children. But currently, we're serving 160 people in shelter every day, and 55 are children.
Wow.
The people who have been most impacted by COVID-19 and by this crisis have been families. Usually single parent households where, the children are home because the school's quarantining, but you're supposed to be a grocery store clerk and you have to be at work to earn an income to pay the rent. And it's just impossible. It's an impossible situation for parents. And we're seeing an increasing number of families with small children becoming homeless. And so, yeah, today we have 160 people in shelter, and of those, 55 are children. And we need a lot of help. We have been able to fundraise like crazy thanks to the generosity of churches and small businesses like the Sterk Family Law practice. Every little bit helps. If you would like to make a donation, please go to our website at sspads.org, sspads.org. Make a donation there. Every little bit helps. For $1,000, you can help provide shelter or housing for a family for a month. And so it's really important that everyone give to help support that effort. And on top of that, last year we provided 90,000 meals for our shelter clients, and all of that was donated. We didn't spend any money. We didn't go out and order food and buy meals or hire Airmark or some big company to cook the food. All of that was donated by churches and sororities and confirmation classes and Bible study classes and friends and families, Girl Scout troops, all ages who got together to cook meals for emergency shelter. And so we estimate about 1,000 people participate in that effort. Wow. Every year. And so if you would like to be part of that, again, I direct you to the website to sspads.org. And there's some instructions for how to raise your hand and say, yeah, we would like to help prepare a meal, cook a spaghetti dinner, or cook, something like that to help provide nutritious food. And then other ways, we're always doing collections. We need hygiene supplies year round, and there's directions on the website if you want to donate, toiletries, soaps and toothpaste and things like that. Seasonally, there's other needs in the winter, hats and gloves, socks. Socks are kind of a year-round need. Occasionally, we're approaching summer with 55 children in shelters, so we need, recreational supplies, things for the kids to do during the summer, whole variety of needs. And then also we need your expertise. You know, we always have opportunities for board membership or committee membership, and we're looking for people who have expertise. Going forward, we're seeking to purchase 3 buildings using federal stimulus funding. And so we hope to one day have our own hotel building to serve as a permanent site for shelter. And so we're looking for board members or committee members who have real estate development expertise, real estate finance expertise. And then we always have ongoing needs for board members with fundraising and marketing expertise, or accounting, or human resources, and other skill sets. So, you know, anyone who wants to volunteer their time, we would be very appreciative. And we have the greatest staff in the world. We're so impressed by our staff. They're very passionate about what they do. They're all committed to this mission. But we often have openings. And right now there's an opening for a nurse case manager and for an accounting manager. So all of that information you can access through the website. But we would love to have your help.
Now, do you also have activities or certain events that might be coming up that somebody can participate and say, well, you know, I might not be able to do something specific, but I could participate in an event? Tell me about that.
Yeah, stay tuned. Our major fundraising event of the year happens in late October or early November, and it's called the Pathways Home event. So keep circling back to the website, but yeah, we'll be sending out information about that and selling tickets as we get closer to the fall.
Well, that's very good. Well, you know, there is so much, and the pandemic certainly has put a new perspective on this. I think that a lot of people have a new perspective about giving back as well. So if you're listening today and any of these opportunities seem to be fruitful for you to get involved with, they can reach out on your website or reach out to you, Doug, and write and have a conversation and just see where they fit in.
Yeah, that's correct. So
well, we appreciate everything that you do for our community and your lifelong service in the not-for-profit field. It's such a well-deserved and well-honored field, and we hope that as highlighting your organization, that we can give back in some way to you as well. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you for this honor, and we appreciate all that you do for the community.
Well, thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.